Hey, this is Batting Stance Guy, and if you didn't watch baseball, here's what you missed. The All-Star Game. We are at Old Faithful in Yellowstone, the oldest geyser in the world, and the reason we're here is because it's as old as narratives in baseball. Let's talk about narratives. Okay, when I was in Kyoto, Japan in 2000, I went to a couple of Hanshin Tigers baseball games. You know the Hanshin Tigers with Tsushoshi Shinjo? And what happened was the team was beloved, and a bunch of students in Japan kept telling me, oh, they're terrible, like Tigers are the worst team in all of baseball, they're terrible. So basically they were the Cubs, and I looked it up and they were in first place. So the narrative was Tigers are lovable losers, but the reality was they were in first place because the narrative was easier than actually checking for yourself. So why do I bring that up? Is because one of the oldest narratives in the last few years is that Melky stinks. I innocuously tweeted during the All-Star game, Melky Cabrera, I can't believe he's an all-star. He's terrible, quote unquote, signed the East Coast. And the reason that is because in the Yankees, for 4 years, he kind of went steadily downhill. He's an okay player, but the hitting coach didn't think he was committed to baseball. Then he goes to the Braves, hits .255, plays really poorly for a while, and then at the end of that, Braves let him go. And so what it looked like was this player is 26 and not good. So what happened was, all off-season down in Florida, he works out, he gets a nutritionist, he totally focuses, and then he goes to Kansas City, which for all intents and purposes for the East Coast is Siberia. Has a great year, hits over 300. Then if you read every article from February and March and April about who got the better end of the Melky Cabrera for Jonathan Sanchez deal, the whole East Coast knows Jonathan Sanchez for three things. No hitter, starting for the 2010 World Champs, and he plucks Chase Utley a lot. So it's a win-win. Everyone on the East Coast thinks Jonathan Sanchez is the best. The Giants just got fleeced for a one-hit wonder Melky Cabrera because we all know he stinks. Well, what's happened? Melky Cabrera with his finger pointed up and is standing on his heels, his knees locked, and not knowing where the ball goes right after he hits it, has the most hits in baseball over this season and last season combined. Come to find out, the narrative of Melky Cabrera stinks is not correct, and you got to change that. Just like the narrative that the Hanshin Tigers were terrible. Another thing about Japan, people kept telling me that the Bastards were a really good team. I was like, whoa, what? And I looked it up. Oh, Bay Stars, the R's and the D's and the L's, didn't come across too well. Long season, but a great one. So stay tuned.